Oh, well, hey, Ben. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and have us a quick chat about Miss Nicki Minaj and this whole blackfishing situation. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. Today on the quick chat, we're going to be talking about Miss Jesy Nelson, who happens to be a part of the group Little Mix. At least she was until she started her solo career. She has a song out with Nicki Minaj now. And once this video dropped for this song, there was a lot of controversy regarding her and blackfishing. And Nicki Minaj decided to take to her defense, okay? And she had a lot of things to say, but we're going to get into it. So I have an article here from the BuzzFeed that I'm going to read and give you all my thoughts about as well, okay? The headline reads, Nicki Minaj came to Jesy Nelson's defense amid her blackfishing controversy and criticized Leigh and Pinnock for trying to stop her solo career. Okay, now for those of you guys that are not familiar with blackfishing is when non-black people change their appearance or appropriate a characteristic associated with a black person's phenotype, okay, for commercial gain, okay? Not just black folks, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to appropriate people of color, all right, as a whole. But let's keep reading. So the song is called Boys, okay? And it is sampled from P. Diddy's Bad Boys for Life, right? And he was also a part of the video, so obviously he co-signed this, right? So once the video dropped on Friday, it quickly gained a lot of traction on social media, okay? Viewers pointed out that the video heavily appropriated black culture and aesthetics and included lyrics that fed into the problematic stereotypes. Let's keep reading. Okay, they're saying that in the video, Jesy, who is white, stands next to Nicki and appears to share a similar skin tone with her. And I agree. When I looked at this, I said, y'all, listen, if y'all want to see the images, just go ahead and type it into your Google real quick, honey, and just type in Boys, Jesy Nelson, and Nicki Minaj, and you're going to see that they damn look the same color, honey. All right. Now, what they're going on to say is that this isn't the first time Jesy, who left the UK group, the UK girl group in December of last year. Okay. This ain't the first time that she's been accused of blackfishing and cultural appropriation. Okay. Now, speaking to Vulture in a recent profile, she responded to the previous allegations, and this is what she said. She says, I love black culture. I love black music. That's all I know. It's what I grew up on. I'm very aware that I'm a white British woman. I've never said that I wasn't. Right. You never said that you wasn't, but the way you present yourself is that you are coming off as though you are not. Okay. So your actions is definitely speaking louder than your words when you say that you never said that you weren't. And my thing is, Jesy, I don't know what's going on over there in your camp, but I feel like you can be exactly who you are, which is a white British woman. And I feel like it'll be okay for you to, you know, I guess be a part of the black culture. I'll say be an ally to the black culture with the music that you give. Just use your voice and stuff. You don't have to like try us on like costumes or whatever to be a part of the culture, in my opinion. When I think about that, it makes me think about Jessie J. Jessie J has a beautiful, soulful voice. Okay, if she sang some R&B songs, we wouldn't be mad. But I bet you at the bottom of a dime, Mrs. Jessie is going to still operate as the good white woman that she is, with the black hair and whatever else, unless she didn't change her hair color. Same thing with Adele. Soulful voice, beautiful voice. Okay, she knows she's a white woman. She operates in that realm. JoJo, love me some JoJo. Love me some JoJo. Miss JoJo ain't out here getting no tans, looking like no black woman or nothing like that. She's honoring who she is, okay? And she's giving us her voice. She was just singing a Jasmine Sullivan song, I believe, when she does her mini concerts or whatnot. She sings some black women songs, okay? So yeah, she was definitely, I believe, in the R&B charts or something like that when I was younger, because I used to be blasting me some JoJo. Love me some JoJo, honey. Absolutely. So I feel like you can exist and still be who you are, right? Somebody else, I'm thinking about Pink. There you go, looking pitiful, just because I let you go. There you go. Y'all know when Pink first started out her career, she was singing these black folks music, okay? That's what she was singing. I thought it was a black woman until I saw her face and said, oh, this is a whole white woman. Oh, okay, with the pink hair. Oh, okay, then cool. But she honored exactly who she is. So I don't know what's going on in your camp, but you need to get with them and talk to them real quickly, honey. Okay? Talk about this. I love the black culture. That's all I know. I grew up on black music. That's fine. I'm sure Eminem did the same thing. I'm sure he did. But he's still the white man that he is. And ain't nobody judging him for it. Okay? Just be who you are. It's okay to exist and be who you are. Okay? And still like our culture. Like, I guess it's fine. All right. So yeah, I don't really like that, especially when I feel like you as a white woman, you're going to get further anyway than a lot of these black women that are out here being in this industry. right? So I'm not a fan of that, and I wish that her team would go back, sit her down, and redo some things. I feel like Jesy could possibly still be successful in the industry, but the way you're going about it with your solo career, I feel like you're starting it off absolutely wrong. Let's keep going. I don't care, and let me say this, I don't care what Miss Nicki Minaj is telling you and what she got you up here thinking and believing, like everything is grand and everything is okay and everything is awesome. No. Okay, because Nicki Minaj don't speak for the masses, okay? And if you're trying to be a part of this Black culture, you're gonna need the masses to help you, you know, excel or whatever in the Black area, right? You're gonna need us to really listen to your music and stuff. But I don't know, bro. It's enough of y'all white folks to go around for y'all to, you know, get her to where she need to be. Okay. She already got privilege from the moment she was born, but we don't move on, honey. Okay. And then I hate to say it, but I really don't. Then she British. Girl, she ain't even from America. People come to America so quick and excel further and quicker than Americans do. Girl, let me go back to this article so I can finish reading. Okay. Now they go on to say that she says that she also defended herself against the claims of saying that the accusations began after she left Little Mix. However, in an Instagram live with Nicki, she said she was warned about blackfishing concerns by fellow member Leigh Pinnock prior to her departure from the group. So this is where I'm confused. So you're saying that the accusations didn't start until you left the group, but then the ladies warned you about blackfishing before you left the group. But I didn't really like how this was worded. It was like she was warned about blackfishing concerns. So they gave you a heads up that people are concerned about you blackfishing prior to leaving the group. Either way, girl, it's looking a little shady. It's coming off like you lying. Okay, and this is based on how this article is written for me. Right, so let's keep going. Now, Vulture claimed that Jesy canceled, okay? Vulture claimed that Jesy canceled 2 follow-up calls to further discuss the allegations of blackfishing. Instead, her publicist sent a statement, and this is what the statement read. I take all those comments made seriously. I would never intentionally do anything to make myself look racially ambiguous. So that's why I was initially shocked that the term was directed at me. I don't know why you shocked. You knew exactly what it was that you were doing, girl. What you talking about? What you talking about? What you didn't know? You would never intentionally do anything to make yourself come off as racially ambiguous. Yes, you did. That's all that your video was about. That's all that your video was about. All these black dancers, all this. Why is you paying homage? Girl, I don't even understand the homage that was being paid to Bad Boys for Life from you. I don't even understand. But let's go ahead and it's so much wrong with this being your breakout solo career. It's so much wrong to me with this song, the way this video was set up, the way your presentation was for you. It definitely went all left. I don't know who your team is, as I've said before, but y'all need to have a come to Jesus moment, have a sit down meeting and revamp some things. Let's keep going. Okay, now let me fast forward. Nicki Minaj decided to hop into the convo. Okay, she hopped into the conversation. She had some things to say. Okay, she got on live with Jesy. And I'm not going to tell y'all what she said. I just want you guys to hear some of the things that Miss Nicki Minaj said. It's a very short clip when she had this live with Jesy. Check this out.
If that's the case, tell all of these singers that y'all follow and all of these reality TV people that y'all follow, tell them to take off their spray tan and their tans and their lips and their everything they're doing. That means the black girls can't wear a long blonde weave wig down to our feet. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want, when we want, how we want.
Yeah.
So please stop. It screams just insecurity. It screams that you're jealous. Only jealous people do things like this.
All right, y'all heard what Miss Nicki Minaj says. She says that only jealous people do things like this. No, they don't, girl. They just call things out for what it is. And unfortunately, you're not willing to do so because you have a song with her, and I understand that you wanted to be successful, okay? But you didn't even have to go live with this young lady. This could have been a behind-the-scenes pep talk conversation that you could have gave her. But now the people is coming after you and coming after her. But we know Miss Nicki Minaj don't care. You know, she's been giving out a lot of her commentary more than she's been giving out music lately. So, and y'all just gonna have to deal, period, right? She talked about how she feel like black women should not, if she can't, fix her lips and her face and change her skin complexion and put on these wigs, then black women shouldn't walk around with blonde hair. Girl, we wear all colors. That's number one. Blonde is also included. Girl, we wear all different colors. Girl, we'll walk around in yellow if we don't feel like wearing blonde. Okay. So there's that on that. We're going to do whatever we want to do, as you stated correctly. But here's the difference. We're still going to be identified as black women because that's who we are. Right? We can't change our shades, right? There are some that bleach and some that try. And for those that do, I do think that is disrespectful to your culture if you are out here bleaching yourself. Just like it's disrespectful for Sammy Sosa to do that. I feel like he's disrespecting the white people he's trying to be like, and the black folks that he's trying to not be like, okay? And that goes for the same individuals that are out there doing that. But primarily when you see black women in these blonde colors and whatever other colors, girl, we still black. Our presence is still here. It's still felt. It's still understood. It's not any confusion about what we are, okay? Period. So Miss Girl was definitely appropriating. She was out of line. And it's sad that you're sitting up here and you're encouraging it and you're condoning it. Like, I understand you want to support her. You want it to be great, but it's okay to tell her, like, yeah, that wasn't wrong road. That wasn't a good one right there, Miss Jesy girl, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to go back. We're going to revamp some things and we're going to come back and hit them hard. Right. So let's go ahead and move on because I want to continue to read some of this on this article. Okay, so let's see where I can skip down. Okay, now during the Instagram live, Jesy once again defended herself, saying, when I was in Little Mix, I just wanted to be accepted. So I changed the way I dressed. I tried to get on stupid diets, did everything I could to be accepted. I just wasn't being true to myself. And I needed to take myself out of that situation because at the end of the day, Nicki, you live once and you got to do what makes you happy. So if you were changing yourself at that time, and some people were saying that, how you're presenting yourself now is how you presented yourself in the group. One, I did not see that, how you're presenting yourself now as a black woman versus how you were before. I didn't see that. I saw you as a white woman before, whereas now you're solo. I see you as like, girl, is you mixed or something, right? Are you a black woman? Are you a person of color or whatever, right? So let's say that you were operating in the same, as Nicki was saying and many of the other fans, let's say you were operating as you are now and before. Why would you make a statement and say, I just wasn't being true to myself and I needed to take myself out of that situation? Because at the end of the day, Nicki, you live once. You have to do what makes you happy. So you did a lot of changing of yourself at that time, but then you get out of that situation and change yourself even more and go deeper down that road that you just claimed was a problem for you previously. Like, I mean, for me, it's not adding up, but you guys are welcome to make sense of it down in the comments because it's not adding up to me. I feel like these statements are very contradictory to themselves. So let's keep going. Okay. Now afterwards, Nicki seemed to take aim at Leigh. Okay. And this is Leigh for you guys that are not familiar. This is Leigh. Okay, she was also a member of the group Little Mix. And if you're familiar with her, she's a black woman. Both of her parents, I do believe they look mixed to me. Both of her parents look mixed. So she's a mixed woman. Looks like she identified as a black woman. One of her parents is Jamaican, and I forgot what the other one is. Okay. But they both are kind of like around her color, maybe a tad bit darker. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what Nicki had to say to Leigh. Okay, she called her out for trying to stop Jesy's bag and being a clown, which is very interesting. Speaking on stopping bags, okay, let's keep going. She says as soon as people can't get a bag with you, they tend to want to stop your bag. Okay, she goes on to say, in my opinion, this is Nicki, if I was rocking with you for 10 years and there was something so horrible about you and I kept doing business with you and getting money with you and SHI like that for 10 years, and then as soon as we part ways, I'm texting people telling them to bring SHI up about you, immediately that person has to wear a big red clown nose and a big red effing clown boots because you're an effing clown. Right. So this is what Nicki is saying about Miss Leigh, because it was rumored that some messages went out to a TikToker from Leigh, and the person asked her a question and she was like, no, how about you bring up the blackfishing that Miss Jesy does? Here's the thing. Leigh didn't have to open her mouth about anything about blackfishing if that was indeed her sending out these text messages, because we as Americans, as black ones, girl, as black folk, girl, we already saw it right out the gate. She didn't even have to open her mouth. That's number one. Number two, I don't like how Nicki is coming at her. If that's a battle, girl, that's not your battle, Nicki. That's a battle between Jesy and between Miss Leigh. You don't have to include yourself on that, right? You could have just stuck to the blackfishing conversation that you were trying to convince people to go along with versus you trying to come out and attack Miss Leigh about it. The other thing, what else did I want to say about this situation? Yeah, the whole 10-year thing, right? So when I think about the 10 years, and it's like, oh, if I was working with somebody that was so horrible, and then I just continue to get money with you, why would I come out and talk about you now? Girl, I have to use the office setting, right? I have to use the office setting, restaurant setting, whatever other normal jobs that you guys may have out there so you'll understand. You can work a job for 5 to 10 years, and it could be somebody in that job that you just absolutely can't stand, right? But it's a well-paying job. You continue to sit there and you make that money. Okay, you do what it is that you got to do and you get that money. Unfortunately, you got to get that money with them until they move, okay? Because maybe it's better for you to work at that job because it's convenient for your house or whatever, for your kids' schooling. You can just scoop them up. Whatever the reasoning is, a lot of people sit in situations where they work with people for multiple years and can't stand it. Okay, and get money, because at the end of the day, as it relates back to Leigh, it's about business at this point. Girl, this is business. I'm getting money. This is business. Okay, so let me go and get my coin. I don't gotta like you, whatever. Okay, so now that y'all are no longer working together, and that's not like her bread and butter anymore, working from Little Mix or working with, Jesy on that level or whatever, she probably can speak out and speak on her experience or whatever it is, and however it's gonna make somebody feel, it's just gonna make somebody feel that way. Right. So I didn't agree with what Nicki was saying and calling this young lady a clown because now she wants to speak out after working with this girl for 10 years. I'm sure that Nicki has also worked with people for 10 plus years and probably said some things that we may not be privy to behind the scenes. Not necessarily sure. Right. However, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like if you're working in an office setting, like everybody can relate to that. Working in a job for many years with somebody you may not be that fond of. For real, okay? And at this point, it's just business. I may not like you, but I got to get this money. It's rewarding for me. I'm doing what it is that I want to do with my life. I'm living my dreams. I don't know if I'll get this opportunity at a later time, so let me rock out with it, okay? There's so many stories about how group members didn't like each other for real, or they didn't get along and they got into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this excuse Nicki tried to use, it was dead to me. Let's keep going. Nicki also insinuates that Leigh should go about her effing business. After taking shots at the Little Mix members, she also came to Jesy's defense. There's a lot of women out here in the United States that tan, get bigger lips, get all types of SHI done to themselves. I wear straight blonde hair down to my feet when I want to, contacts, whatever. I do whatever the F I want. As long as you're not hurting anybody or speaking negatively about anyone's race or culture, you should be able to enjoy your body, your makeup, how you want to. And I understand you should be able to enjoy your body and your makeup however you want to, but you enjoy who you are. So when I hear that, I hear enjoy who you are. Okay, enjoy. If you get the big lips and all this and that, like, girl, enjoy who you are. All right, but you ain't got to try and become one of us to do it. That's all I'm saying, girl. You can exist, as I've given out names. Okay, you can exist in the culture, I suppose, if we like you like that enough, girl, that you don't have to try and appropriate anything. Okay, you don't have to try and do any cultural appropriation, any of that. You don't have to make yourself racially ambiguous, get these deep, darker tans, because I do believe you were getting tans when you were in Little Mix. But now that you've transitioned out of the group, your tans are coming off a bit darker. Okay, your wigs are a little different. All right, then what it looks like you had before. So I just, I don't agree with it. And I find it so funny with Nicki because you was just clowning Cardi about these things not too long ago and just, saying how much of a black woman she wasn't. Right. And then now here it is. You're okay with this woman blackfishing and stuff. Like, it's not adding up to me. It's just, it doesn't add up, especially when Nicki's a person that loves to use a black woman this, black woman that, when it's, to her advantage. And then now here it is, you're on a song with this woman and you want us to just forget about all of that and feel like, oh no, it's okay to blackfish us. Like, yay, let's go along with it. This is awesome. Let's do it. Okay, girl, no. Girl, no. And Nicki can be your fave all day long, but it's okay for her to be wrong as well. And in this moment, I feel like I don't agree with Nicki. I don't agree with none of that. Okay, Nicki goes on to say, unless someone is pretending they're a race, they're not, and lying. What do you think she doing, ma'am? What do you think she doing? And I can name a couple that lied to y'all and told y'all that they was a certain race and they not, sweetheart. Girl, I can't. I cannot. And if we really want to go down that road, let me not. Girl, keep going. Okay, she says, take them text messages and shove it up your effing ass. Because when you do clown SHI, I got to treat you and talk to you like a clown. So when people start coming to you, Nicki, even though we understand that you have your Instagram messages very limited, so people can't talk to you, but they can at you on Twitter. When they start coming to you, talking to you like a clown, you got to be okay with that, because you just said when you do clown SHI and people feel like you do clown SHI and they treat you and talk to you like a clown, you got to be okay with it, because they're just following behind the words of what you said. So there's that. What else? I think that was it. I mean, I have another video of Nicki, you know, opening her mouth and talking. I guess I could play that. Some of the things that she had to say about the Kardashians, right? And how she feels people respond to them. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna play it. I'm just gonna say it. So Nicki said that, you know, it's the Kardashians have changed the way they look, their body, their butts, their lips, and all this other stuff, right? And she says nobody says anything to them. I'm like, girl, where have you been on this earth? Where have you been on this earth? Where have you been on this earth? These women get dragged about every little thing that they do. Okay, now granted, they do have some people that are fans. Okay, some people that respect their hustle and like them. But for you to just act like they don't get dragged at all, girl, where have you been on this earth? Where have you been? Iggy Azalea has gotten dragged for anything that she does. Okay, anytime a white woman is operating outside of what the hell she is and acting like she's a black woman, that she getting dragged for it, girl. So I don't know what it is, what excuse you were trying to use, but that one ain't it. You need to go back to the drawing board as well. Somebody else had a tweet out here. I want to see let me see if I could share this with you guys. Actually, no, I'm just going to read it. I'll just read it. So someone tweeted Nicki and said, not you dragging another black woman for a white woman who's been called out by multiple black women around the world about this, but you want to push this narrative so bad. I agree with them. When they say that, because you're over here dragging another black woman to defend a white woman that's out here blackfishing, but you always like to use, I'm a black woman this, black woman that, to your advantage when it benefits you. And then you follow your statement up to this person, which is so funny to me, saying don't call things out when they benefit your personal vendetta to people. Well, that's what it seems like you're doing right now, Miss Nicki Minaj, okay? Call them out immediately once you see it, child. Don't wait a decade after you've made millions with the person. So you don't believe that she called her out in that moment? And BuzzFeed has already confirmed that when they said that she was already warned about this stuff. They've already talked to her about it while she was in the group. But of course, it makes sense for Jesy to come out of the group and make it seem as though these ladies are just hating on her. Okay, and now they're trying to bring this, bring blackfishing up as though they're trying to damage her career. Jesy, these little mixed ladies, they don't have to damage your career because you're doing it by yourself. Us black folks have our own eyes, okay? We gonna call it out as we see it. Little mix didn't have to open their mouth or send anything for us to see exactly what it is that you're doing, and we don't go along with it. No matter how many of these people that's already made it in the industry, okay, like Diddy and Nicki, no matter how many of those people sit up here and tell you like, girl, it's okay, I co-sign, I'm here for it. No, ma'am. It don't mean that we all are going to go along with it. But the sad part is that you are a white woman, okay? You do have privilege. You're going to get further than a lot of people, so you should go ahead and lean into that, okay? Go ahead and lean into that, dear. All right, but those are my thoughts overall about the situation. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below. Another thing I want to highlight, Miss Nicki, I saw somebody make a comment. I thought it was hilarious, okay? The person said, Nicki out here addressing everything but the situation with her husband. Yikes, okay? Ain't she out here addressing everything? Nicki been doing so much talk, girl. She addressing everything literally but the lawsuit that was sent to her and Kenny. Girl, I cannot deal, okay? She sent the lawsuit. A lawsuit was sent over to her and Kenny. They saying some man received it, honey. But they haven't heard anything back. So basically, shout out to Layla Lynn. Basically, what it sounds like is they're trying to, Miss Jennifer Huff's attorney is trying to get it to where if Nicki and them don't respond, they automatically gonna have to pay this money. Girl, it's automatically gonna be a default. Okay, because you guys are expected, and I guess at this point required to respond to the lawsuit that was received. Okay, so girl, you out here responding to everything else. Meanwhile, the courts is waiting on you to respond to that. Okay, but that's all I got. I ain't got no more. I would love to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below about this whole blackfishing situation. I'm Jamie, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.